Welcome back to another episode of the SOS Wellness Show. I am your host, TES. Check this out, my friends. I was just sitting here cracking up like, we need a little intro song, right? We gotta get a little. Oh, boom, 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 boom. I actually sound like a jingle I heard before. We're gonna have to pull that. We're gonna come back with it. So we need some. I know I got the music playing now, but I want to come to y'all with like some rain. Speaking of rain, I hope this message finds you well, wellness warriors. It's us again. We doing this thing again. This is the wellness podcast where we're gonna get to it. We're gonna talk about that very topic and all topics really. Each and every episode, we try to break it down from different topics on wellness and how to obtain wellness in this world. Because if you really pay attention, it's not a lot of happy people out there. And I know because I am intentionally giving energy and even giving energy to myself. And I want everybody to understand the importance of loving yourself, prioritizing yourself, being your true, authentic self. I think that's huge. But some of us, we aren't in that. We are living that true, authentic life. And I understand because every day I have to make sure I'm like, it's a choice. Literally, success over suicide. Choose you or choose. Everything is your choice. It's either this or that. It doesn't have to be you against. It could be anything, right? It can be good against. And that's why I wanted to create this episode today. Before I hop into the topic, right? Before I hop into the topic, because you can see something's on my heart, and I want to share with you. I really do. But before I get to it, I want you all to know that I have a book. Ring, 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 ring. I got a new book. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. It's called Success Over Suicide: How to Redefine Success and Transform Your Life. Whew. I'm telling you, it is a must read. So, if you're interested, head over to my website. I'm going to put it in the description section of this video. And I'm also dropping some new merch. So you're going to see me soon. I literally just told myself, hey, I want to come on here with the new merch. Success Over Suicide logos. We're coming crazy. We doing it big, y'all. I don't even know you can see my neck. Y'all probably like, what going on? Let me see. Let me see. Look. Just like that. So we coming strong. I want everybody to understand that you can succeed over the suicide of whatever's trying to hold you down. You can succeed over the suicide of any pain that you are enduring right now. You can succeed over the suicide of anything. And that just means that you rise above no matter what. No matter what is tugging at you or trying to pull you or weigh you down, you will rise above. There is no other way around it. And that literally leads me, right? That leads me to the title of this episode, which is Mental Fitness. I'm so excited because I get the opportunity to speak to some freshmen and sophomore in college. They're going back to school, right? August coming up. So it's that gear of like, let's get them ready, go back to school, make sure they're mentally prepared. And I'm going to share the importance of mental fitness. And I think mental fitness is important because for me, before I started working out, like I'm huge. If you follow me on Instagram, every day I try to make sure I post something about movement motivation. Movement has changed my life. Bazinga! Movement has changed my life. Movement, my friends, movement can change the game. Because the more that you move your body, it allows you to also move your mind. Sometimes we have a perspective that could be stale, outdated, not relevant. But the good thing about movement is you getting your blood flowing, your heart pumping. All of a sudden, that's like an amazing explosion, right? It's an explosion of greatness. You release endorphins, so many different things. And outside of the physical benefits of fitness, there are also mental benefits of fitness. I said it. There are mental benefits to fitness. I've been seeing the word mental fortitude lately. Fortitude, having the ability to withstand, having the ability to hang on long enough. That's what it's about. Do you have what it takes? Can you dig deep inside in order to hold on? So, for instance, I'll give you an example. I'm literally working on doing pull ups, right? That's me right now. Nah. I'll be up there, y'all. I'll be doing my pull ups, trying. I got my band around. We working up. And it's so cool because I'm over here thinking that it's all in my arms. And yeah, that's the part that's lifting my body up. But at the same time, it's time to recruit. It's always going to be a time to recruit. You got to recruit your muscles sometimes, my friends. And especially when you're doing a pull-up, you got to recruit your abs. So you got to dig from within. Literally, just dig deeper. What if I told you in your mind and in your ability to withstand anything, having that fortitude, it requires you to hold on long enough. Hold on just long enough. Can you be strong enough long enough? I ask myself that every day. I ask myself that during movement. That's why mental fitness helps me a ton. And that's why I wanted to share that message with you all today. When you are literally working in the gym or walking, movement, whatever you're into, biking, so many other things, cycling, oh man, yoga, so many different ways to get your heart up, right? I remember when I was in high school, it's crazy how your memory works, right? I remember being in high school and my health teacher, he used to be an ex NBA player, played in Canada, France. He was just so cool. He was just our health teacher. He's like, yeah, I just decided to leave that career alone and become a health teacher. Like, or he was our health teacher and our gym teacher. Nutrition. He just did it all. And I remember one day he was just like, we were reading the health book. He did the thing, did what he had to. Then eventually, I think something happened to where he was like, listen, y'all, let's just cut to the chase. Every day, make sure you get your heart beat up. And of course, please consult with your doctors. If you got anything going on, please don't let me the disclaimer, right? I want you to do what applies to you and your situation in a safe way, right? For me, I'm able to get my heart rate up every day. And that's something that he said. Be sure to at least get your heart pumping every day. You hear that? Get your heart pumping every day. That blood increase, that flow of just that's good. You need that. That stagnation within can only manifest externally. That's when you start seeing stagnation in your life. Maybe even stagnation in your relationship, stagnations in your perspective. We got to sort of kind of take care of our internal body, take care of our mental, so therefore our physical can be elevated. So therefore our situation can be elevated. And so for me, as far as the process of movement, I think it's important and mental fitness, I think it's very important to lift challenges daily, every single day. It's important for you to lift some type of challenge. I'm going to tell you right now, it just helps that mental. If you can put yourself through the ringer, so if you can get through your own self, right? You can get over your own self nagging at you, telling you to stop, being like, hey, you should stop. You should turn around. If you can get through your own self, then can't nobody tear you down. No one. You gotta think about it. You being able to withstand, have that fortitude mentally, can change the game. So therefore, when you are faced with opposition, when you are faced with distraction, when you are faced with failure, disappointment, deceit, betrayal, heartbreak, when you are faced with those things, one thing I will say, if you're fit, mentally fit, just keep going, keep climbing. It's just like a hike. I've done a few hikes lately. I thought, you got to be good at these things. It's like something that you got to keep doing consistently. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. One thing I realized, people on a hike, they keep going. They move forward. You got to move forward. Take whatever you need if you need a break. But that's one thing I realized in life. Keep moving forward. Get what you need from it. Maybe stop and get a sip of water. Think about it. But afterwards, keep it pushing. You have to. So it's important for you to live challenges daily somehow. Um, this building that I go to, I try to make sure every time I pass it, I'm just like, hey, let me, and if I have to go in there for any like drop off or a meeting or any footage that I need to record, anytime I go, I always try to make sure I do the entire floor. So it's about literally 20 floors that I do. And it didn't even need it. It's a whole working elevator there. But I'm like, no, if I can put myself through this, then there is nothing that can stop me. If I can continue to put one foot in front of the other, then there is nothing that can stop me. See, a lot of times we get stagnant because we try to do 4 steps in one. And I'm saying that because I have for sure. We try to do 4 steps in one step. And everybody know. If you try to take 4 steps, it seems what? Impossible. Impossible. And that's the perspective stagnation that I mentioned. We got to refresh that perspective. It's like, no, 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 no. The only thing that I need to take right now is one step. Every day, just take one step closer to your dreams, closer to your purpose, closer to understanding yourself. Because a lot of people look at me like, how I'm supposed to get closer to my dreams and my purpose? I don't even know myself. And I understand. Who are you? Who are you? You're not who everybody keeps telling you are, or people always commenting on what you should wear or what you should do. Who are you before the world told you who you should be? And that's the importance of lifting challenges daily. It allows you to differentiate the opposition that's ahead instead of being consumed by the opposition. You can be aware of the opposition. And another thing about mental fitness that I enjoy, and speaking of self-awareness, is emotional cardio. That cardio that you get when you in the gym or doing some type of movement, walking, whatever, biking, gymnast, whatever you are, skating. That cardio, all of a sudden you just able to roll after you get through that hump of that cardio. But guess what? Same thing in life, big dog. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're gonna need some emotional cardio. You're gonna get some sucker punches out there. I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is SOS Wellness Podcast. What we do is tell the truth. What we do is speak life and positivity. And I want to give you the full truth and not just give you just positive, positive, positive. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of positivity, but I also want you to just be aware of the other side. I was just telling my mom that, so it's good to focus on the good. There's always another side to something, whether if it just accents the good or increases the good, or maybe it deters away from the good. But it's important for you to have that awareness to see it. And I actually have this card right here that I got from one of my yoga teachers about emotions. So I want to share it with you. You control your emotions. You do not have to explode with anger whenever someone else decides to behave in an angry or vindictive way. I remember when I was younger, my brother used to be like, he who angers you controls you. Hmm. He who angers you controls you. And the truth about that statement is, before you even realize that You were like this puppet because somebody said something. Now you had your character, or maybe you just got to put them in their place, right? Then yeah, you be in control. Once again, being able to lift those challenges daily allows you to realize, okay, that's a challenge in front of me. Instead of becoming the challenge, instead of letting that challenge just take a hold of you, you take a hold of that challenge, right? This is that mental fitness. You take a hold of that challenge and use it to make you better. Because if it's not making you better, is it making you bitter? If it's not making you better, is it making you bitter? I remember one of my heartbreaks. I was just sitting, right? Y'all know how I go, right? You were just sitting, like, just thinking, like, you just be, mm. Just thinking about everything that happened, right? Like, and I found myself doing that one day, thinking about my relationship, thinking about everything I did, and then my eyes started to just, my eyebrows was caving in. I was just sitting there, and before I didn't even realize my face had did that when I finally came back to life from wherever I was. I was like, I had to fix my face. I was like, not my eyebrows being squinched up. I did that. And, and it made me realize, oh snap, I'm bitter. Not me being bitter. And yeah, it's okay. Call it spade a spade. Yeah, some people can say you deserve to be, or yeah, sure, but like, once I get through that, right, I'm a big fan of just releasing. I don't want to. I'm not saying I should have held that in, but it was just good to have that awareness of the bitterness. It's one thing to be bitter, but it's different when you have the awareness of being bitter. Then it's also different when you take action on being bitter. Because I could have stayed there sitting there with my eyebrows still crunched up, but I said, no, 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 no. So you always have that strength. You always have that fitness when it comes down to understanding how to handle conflict in your life. I think us understanding that conflict and anger, they probably like to play with each other, right? So they try to appear in any situation. But if you have that awareness, if you have that experience of challenges to where when it arises with you in you, you can feel it, and that allows you to be like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, anger. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's take a minute, anger. Hold on. Conflict. Let's take a second. As my mentors say, everybody calm down. Hold on. Wait a minute. Seriously. And so that's why emotional cardio is very important. And so we talked about lift and challenge daily, emotional cardio, and lastly, I want to bring up the cool down because we're talking about mental fitness, right? Like it has to be a cool down. Everybody love the cool down. You ever did a workout at the end? You get to just stretch out. You get to just do your thing. Be like, "Oof, I made it, baby. I didn't even think I was gonna make it." So it's the cool down. So what's the cool down in life? I want you to have more time in silence. I want you to have more time where you can debrief your day, debrief your thoughts, even if it's in the middle of the day. Like just connecting with how you feel, that cool down at the end of the day, or if you got to do it in the middle of the day, or even after something has happened, right? If there has been a situation that just exploded before you, or maybe you exploded before someone, let's take a second after that, right? I want you to have a cool down with yourself because once again, challenges are supposed to make us better, not bitter. So with that in mind, it's important to use the data that you can have that is already stored within, and sometimes just reflecting helps you pull it out for you to see for yourself who you are and how you react, and how you can make sure that your challenges are lifting you and not destroying you. The goal is to make sure your challenges are providing you with intellect and not ignorance. That's all. That's literally, I don't even want to move past that to make sure your challenges provide you with insight, intellect, and not neglect, doubt, ignorance. and lack of self-esteem. I don't want that for you, right? That's why we're here in the SOS Wellness Show. That's how we in this together, right? It's because I don't want you to let go. We're talking about that. Sometimes life is literally just being able to hang on long enough. But at the same time, I remember one of my yoga teachers, he said, have a loose grip. You've seen that in some logos, loose grip. You still want to hang on, but just have a loose enough grip to where you don't get hurt from it, but you're still holding on. That's that mental fitness, your ability to hold on, your ability to persevere, your fortitude that you have to reach your version of success, my friend. I'm excited for your future. I'm excited for you to use this mental fitness to overcome any battles, any opposition, any neglect, any pain, any grief, anything that is holding you down, anything that is weighing you down right now. I want that to be released from you, because you were desired to hang on. And if you hanging on to something and you got something that's 10 pounds on your back, you got, oh man, anxiety is on your back 10 more pounds, so you still hanging on, it's gonna make it hard. You got doubt hanging around your waist. You got fear wrapped around your legs, you still hanging on, you trying to hang on, but eventually all that's gonna pull you down. So that's why we're here talking about mental fitness, is how can we make sure you can hang on long enough. It's possible, my friend. That's all I have for you today as far as mental fitness. It has been a pleasure beaming love from my heart to yours. I appreciate your presence. Please share this with somebody who needs to understand the importance of mental fitness. If they're going through anything, or if they're about to experience something new in life, it's important to have this type of offense and defense mentally. I appreciate each and every one of you. Till next time.